The centre has filed an affidavit in the Supreme Court saying there's no proof of large-scale irregularity as far as the NEET-UG examination is concerned. Remember, this amid the demands for a re-examination. Many students took to the streets. They said there should be a re-NEET. This, of course, as the examination for those students who were given grace marks has already been held. But multiple students said that there is a large-scale irregularity. There are multiple discrepancies that have come to light, which is why a re-examination for all 24 lakh candidates should be held. Sunil Prabhu is now joining us live on the phone line. Sunil sir, in fact, Sunil sir is live with us. So the next date of hearing, the Supreme Court will be hearing the matter on the 8th of July. Multiple petitions had been, will be heard by the Supreme Court, perhaps 2 days after the counselling. But the centre has made its position clear that, re-NEET is not a possibility.
So, Vedant, as you're well aware, and I think many of our viewers are aware, that on a daily basis, the Supreme Court during the vacation bench has been, dealing with a series of petitions wanting a stay on the counselling, wanting a re-examination, and had asked the NTA as well as the centre to come clean on what they want to do. The centre now has filed that affidavit, made it absolutely clear that they are not in favour of repeat of the examination, doing a re-examination, because there are many lakhs of students who have actually done the exam in the correct and a fair manner, and why should they be penalized and redo the exam, because it's unfair for them. But having said that, as is pointed out by the Supreme Court, if there is even a 0.001% chance of something that has not gone well, then if there is a discrepancy, then somebody has to be held responsible, and it will be unfair on the students and in the system in its whole. The Prime Minister himself on the floor of the House has said that there has been a crackdown on people in terms of the examination leaks that have taken place. The Supreme Court is going to hear this matter on Monday, led by Chief Justice of India, D.I. Chandrachud. So we'll have to wait and see how they take note of the entire, deliberations that are happening. But nevertheless, it's going to be clear that the centre has made its position that they are not in favour of a re-examination.
Right, sir. And as you're saying, that's an important point. The Supreme Court had earlier said that even if there's a 0.001% chance of large-scale irregularity, then that is something that will be taken seriously. But what the centre has said was perhaps on expected lines, because many in the government have pointed out earlier as well that a re-examination for all candidates is an unreasonable proposition, given the fact that it's a large-scale examination that needs to be conducted all over again.
That's right. So it's going to be extremely difficult for them at this stage to really redo the examination. We are talking about 24 lakh students. Yes, there has been an issue, but what happens, and this is for a professional course for students who want to become doctors. God forbid if some of them have got through unfair means. I mean, there are huge ramifications with this entire process, and that's what was the concern of the Supreme Court. The exam system had to be made, and you've seen the political controversy with, opposition parties, in particular from southern states led by DMK, who have been asking for a relook into NEET. So let's see what happens because at this present juncture, we can't really do very much.